For the last vulnerability that can be used for phishing attacks, here is Open Redirect. URL redirection to untrusted site or Open Redirect is a vulnerability in which a web application accepts a user-controlled input. This input contains a link to an external site in which the user will be redirected. This vulnerability is typically used by attackers in conducting phishing attacks. Here's an example. Have you ever clicked on an external link in YouTube? We will see here that instead of being redirected to feedingamerica.org, we are first directed to /redirect of youtube.com. That is a redirect. But what are open redirects? Let's assume that we have a site entitled mysite.com. There is a URL in mysite.com that is redirect.php that accepts a URL parameter. The purpose of this is when a user clicks the URL, the user will be logged out. Let's assume that this is the code for redirect.php. The problem arises here if an attacker changes the link to this link. An unknowing victim will think that the site that he clicked is still mysite.com, but what he does not know is he will be redirected to attacker.com. This code is vulnerable because the backend blindly trusts the URL parameter. Remember that all parameters that can be potentially controlled by the users must be validated or sanitized, such as form values, URL parameters, and headers.